Yo guys, today I'm exposing LoL Dobby. So, the problem with LoL Dobby itself is that he posts a lot of intellectual slopes while also labeling himself as, the LoL analyst. So, unique League of Legends tips, LoL analyst Dobby, tricks analysis guide, plus new meta, plus whatever, right? Now, he claims that why Viego is the king of the ADCs. Before the title was that, basically Viego breaks, ADC breaks the, Korean ladder, whatever. And I want to point out that there is just so much amount of like intellectual slop where, he's pointing out that water is wet or drinking water hydrates you because there isn't really like a microphone he's using just basically like some texts on the screen, right? Some subtitles. And I really have to point out that he starts doing this thing, he wards the enemy jungle and play the tape. So what's gonna happen even if you E-start? Because as an analyst, you also have to think about it. Okay, you start with your E just to get the ward off. How are you supposed to farm after? You don't even have the sustain from your Q, which your Q provides sustain once you get your basics off. So it's not even mentioned in which case scenario should this E be skilled and that ward to be placed, because even warding could potentially leave you more vulnerable. Now, also, again, they get the level 2, they all in, sure, it can happen, that they misplay. And then what? And look at this all in, So as soon as he hits 3, he places his E, engages with the support. And there isn't even like a slight thing mentioned that this all-in would particularly only work if the enemy players are very bad. Because this is not happening in insanely high ranks. This is actually just happening in Master, Low Master. If you check up this Viego's name, is in the description. And so what the fuck was even the display here, guys? You might ask, right? So he W's in, somehow Cassiopeia gets caught, Seraphine doesn't have, or I mean, with Sari, she doesn't use her Empower D for fun, Cassiopeia doesn't skill her W for fun, Seraphine doesn't tanks the Viego W for fun, and I mean, it's just like wrong on so many levels. I don't know if they have heal or barrier or ignite or exhaust on bot lane. They have barrier. Barrier is never really being used either. To the point where, like, this is just literally so weird because even here, if Cassiopeia barrier, look how low the guy is. The poison is sticking on him. He's one fucking shit away from dying, right? But she's not pressing barrier. Like, it's wrong on so many levels. And then he's pointing out this, at this time, most ADCs can't melt Viego. Because, like, at the time, I do believe that, yes, LoL Topics videos used to be educational, interesting, unique, showcasing actual new meta things. But now that he's, this is my belief that the greed kicked in because now he's, very easily his YouTube channel is monetizable and basically just starts to content farm every single type of dog shit that he finds online, representing it as highly viable, representing it as like, what is this even? Why does Timo not blind? How can, like, he's playing Timo in what world are you not pressing your Q here? Or why are they not waiting for the next wave so they have cover against Viego's W and Yumi's Q, whatever? But look at this thing. Look at this thing. How can this thing happen, bro? Timo blinds? Sure, this happened, right? But then why do they walk in Viego's face when Team... I guess in here it was on cooldown, to be fair, so it's not valid to criticize that, but they also walk into Viego's face when Timo's Q is still on cooldown. Like, what is this? Like, these things are just wrong on so many levels. Because, again, if they slightly back off, like, this lane is so ruined for Viego, Timo, and Hui. First of all, Hui outpokes him from far away, and Timo's Q disallows him to even go in, because even if, Viego hypothetically connects his stun, the problem is Timo's Q blinds for too long, and he cannot, like, beat consistent amount of basic attacks off. So, again, like, it just, like, so cherry-picked, like, it's so cherry-picked based on, like, really random misplays that the opponents do, to the point where it's like this shit works because, well, my opponent is an NPC, right? Even in here, I don't even know what's going on here. So Kalista, again, they give Viego a W opening. There is no minion cover. But there is a Warwick in the bush, but he doesn't really comes out of the, like... Or I don't know if Warwick was the whole time in the bush. We just don't have context of anything. But... what is this? I'll give it, there was possibly some outplay. Yeah, he got ganked by his jungle. There was some outplay here with the W itself, whatever. But more than often, if they don't drastically misplay, it's not even supposed to be that good of a pick. I'ma be real, guys, and I just just play the tape. Like, if you were to play Viego bot lane, they pick Leona, you're cooked. So it's like... Takes a tower shot, and what's gonna happen? Will Vladimir not pull at all? He pulls too early, doesn't press his Q. What? Look at this, guys. Oh no, he Qs the mini. Oh, my bad. Then again, he pulls too early. He could then just pull Viego's Zor instead of pulling. Like, look. And he walks, presses E, right? Walks, presses E, fine. And spaces out. And worst case worse, if Viego are synth, he W's that. But this Vladimir just W too early for no reason and doesn't even have his Q or so, like... whatever. And I could, like, literally go through, like, this whole thing and just, like, cry about it. But you guys get my point, like, it's just, like, the misplaced... It just doesn't matter. And especially, like, why is it paired with Yumi? First of all, we pick fucking Viego and it's paired with you. Like, what? Because per usual, it needs engage CC, chaps. Engage CC, mind you. Whatever. I think you guys get my point. And, as an additional bullshit, of course, there was, like, a boots bug. Basically, after completing the ADC quest and unlocking free boots, when you possess an enemy, copy their boots, right? So, basically, that's what you can actually, like, get out of this bug, which, hopefully soon is about to be removed. This is also, like, something that gives more validity to the pick itself. But it's just dog shit on its own, so it's not really, even if they remove the bug, right? I mean, they should supposed to, because it's a big, issue. Then it will be even less so viable. Barrier, shield bow, whatever. Like, I just don't even care at this point, At this point, I don't even care about this. So before I like the video, but I really have to leave a dislike, respectfully. Because this channel, and this is not the only video. There's just so much intellectual slop. Like, this video is so wrong on so many levels. I used to watch it, as we can see, based on the red bar. I used to watch multiple of his videos, but all of the sudden, they just became dog shit clickbaits. Now that's it for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys in the next one.